Okay, welcome back YouTubers. Mr. Bell's Wildcat Math class. We're doing the Algebra 2 semester review. Okay, alright. Make sure you click the bell, the like button at the bottom and subscribe. Click on notifications.
Nope,
Right?
it's for
Okay. Alright, 51. It says angle in standard position has a degree of negative 220. The terminal side lies in which quadrant? So negative 220. So you know negative, we're going this way. Yes? So negative 90. Negative 90 would be here, negative 180 would be here, and another 40 would be up in here somewhere. So what quadrant would that be in? Quadrant 2, right? Good. Remember the quadrants go quadrant, coordinate plane, starts with a C. Most people make a C, they start in quadrant 1, then go to 2, 3, and 4. Alright, 52. For the equation below, give the periods and amplitudes. So where do we find the amplitude? On the very front, right? And how do we find the period?
You gotta do 2 pi over the number of hundred.
So the regular period for cosine is 2 pi, but then you divide it by whatever number is in front of the x. Okay? So that would be 2 over 4 is 1/2, so it would be pi over 2. So B, y equals negative 6 sine of 1/2 x. So again, the amplitude. Amplitude's a distance, so it can never be negative. So the amplitude's just 6. Don't put negative 6. It'll probably be a choice on the test. Don't put negative. Amplitude's a distance. And then the period is 2 pi divided by the number in front of the x, which in this case is 1/2. And when you divide by a fraction, you multiply by the reciprocal, so it ends up being 4 pi. We'll go count 52. All right, 53. So it says the cosine x is greater than 0 and the sine is less than 0. It wants to know which quadrant. So the cosine is the x value. Where is the x value positive? It would be here and here, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Sine is the y value. Where is the y value negative? Down here, right?
Yeah.
So that'd be here and here. So the one that has the 2 checks is the answer.
Is that
Quadrant 4.
That's quadrant 4, yep. Says cosine of theta is 20 over 29, and theta is in between 0 and pi over 2, which makes it in quadrant 1. You okay with that?
Yeah.
So draw it in quadrant 1. There's your reference angle right next to the x-axis. Cosine is, according to Chief Sokotoa, adjacent over hypotenuse. So adjacent over hypotenuse. And it wants to know now what is the sine. The sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so we got to figure out this side over here. How do we do that? There you go. Calculators, please. 841?
Yeah.
400? Is that 21?
Yes.
Good. So this side over here is 21. So the sine of theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse, so that'd be 21 over 29. Questions on 54? Okay. 55 is a graph. So it says, give the amplitude and the vertical shift. What do you think the midline of this one is? Looks like -2, yeah? Looks like the middle's right there at -2. So what would the amplitude be? The distance from the midline to the top or the midline to the bottom, right? So the amplitude is going to be 2. And then it says the vertical shift, down 2, up or down? How far did it shift? We'll say down 2.
Yeah.
But doesn't one of them start at 1? Like, no. Well, like, for instance, 1, it starts up to 1.
Starts at 1, like 1's up here, right?
Yeah.
It starts up there.
Either cosine or sine.
Oh. Well, cosine normally starts at 1. But what's the midline of cosine? Just regular cosine?
0.
It's, yeah,
Or 1.
it's 0. In the middle of it is 0, right? So this one dropped down to 2. So that's why the whole thing shifted down 2. All right. Oh, I guess I was supposed to write that here. All right. Amplitude and vertical shift again. What do you think the midline of this is? Yeah, I'm also thinking 1. So we would be up 1. So what's the amplitude? Yeah, it looks like it goes to 3 and to -1, so the amplitude would also be 2. Working on that? Can we kill the camera?